This is what I got. I got some watermelon here. I'm going to be returning this watermelon. Actually, I want to hear down below, have you ever returned a watermelon that you've opened? This is a crazy thing, but basically, I'm really not into GMOs. Okay, if you could tell me something else and something different than what I'm about to say, please do in the comments. Have you ever seen a watermelon after you've opened it up and it looks like this? I took a piece off right here just to kind of try it and see what it tasted like. Have you opened a watermelon and you've seen it look like this? Let me actually just, I guess I gotta make it brighter, I'm not even sure, but basically you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it looks like that. Guess why that happens? Okay, do you know yet? Okay, if you don't know, let me tell you real quick. It's just so unnatural when I open something like this up. It just doesn't look right.
This morning, I'm going to be talking to you all about being very, very cautious about where you purchase watermelon from. And I'm not even talking about the supermarket, okay? I'm not talking about going to the grocery store and purchasing those watermelons that people are finding that are like rubber. They don't have seeds in them. I think Supreme Family Garden did a video a while ago where he literally was like bouncing the watermelon, and it took forever for that thing to burst open. It was like a ball, like a rubber ball or something. It wouldn't split open, right? And so I'm not talking about buying it out of the store. We all know that the watermelons that you find in the supermarket, more than likely you're not getting just a good wholesome watermelon, right? But what's even scarier for me now is that purchasing watermelons from local farmers, that's scary for me now. And the reason being is because Mr. H, he was with some co-workers of his, and a gentleman who owns a farm. He grows watermelon and all of that. Well, he just happened to show up, and Mr. H and his co-workers were there, and he had a truckload of these watermelon. And he was saying that he grew so many, he just had so many. And so he was giving them to...
Is it spicy? Is it a sausage or a hot dog gonna have half smoke?
The hot dog.
It's a hot dog, right?
It's not.
The half smoke.
Half smoke sausage.
Is it what?
Sausage.
It's sausage. Is it pork?
Beef and pork.
It's beef and
I
pork.
didn't know that.
Ah, half.
Sausage is beef and pork.
What do I taste that's spicy? The chili?
Chili is half.
The chi-
Oh,
It's not
beef and
hot.
pork. I didn't know
It's
that.
a little spicy, y'all.
I'm sorry, baby.
They call them a half smoke because the hot dog is half beef, half pork. Y'all know I love beef, I love pork.
Okay.
My sister over here vegan, right? I used to be vegan, y'all, but y'all know that whole story. If you don't, you're gonna have to go back to my videos and find out.
Shalom. This is a Beak back with an edification video. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to especially give a special thanks to my 131st subscriber, my 130th, and my 129th, as well as my 128th. I appreciate all of my subscribers. My channel's growing. If you came across this video, please like, share, subscribe. My channel seems to be growing in moderation. I'm not going for the largest view count on YouTube or the largest the largest channel with the most subscribers or anything. I do understand that all of my subscribers may or may not consider themselves Hebrew Israelites or may not be biblically inclined. Okay, but my channel's for edification, and I also put out anecdotal experiences here and there, but I also explain to the men to avoid these Western marriages and to also stop sponsoring these outings and entertaining the Western woman and to save themselves from these Western women. So in this video, it's going to be titled Forbidden Fruit and Swine's Flesh. This is Leviticus 11:7, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, and he be cloven footed, talking about the foot of the pig, yet he cheweth not the cud, so he doesn't digest, the pig does not digest the food that the pig intakes. He is unclean to you. So it's a law for Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians to not eat swine, pork, pig, bacon, okay, pork chops, whatever, pepperoni, pork pepperonis and all of that. You can eat turkey pepperoni, you can eat lamb chops, you can eat T-bone steaks and stuff, but shrimp, shellfish, like crab, lobster, and swine, and catfish without fins and scales, those animals are forbidden. Okay. Again, Deuteronomy 14:8, and the swine, because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcasses. Okay, so we're instructed, according to law, not to subscribe to swine. Now, the Edomite and the Judite woman with no eyebrows was showing off some forbidden fruit, okay, which is the watermelons without the black seeds in them. The white seeds are not the male seed. The male seed is the black seeds. So I noticed that these ungodly, unlawful women and men, they convinced themselves that these white seeds are the seeds that that continue the life of the fruit, right? If you plant one of those white seeds, nothing will grow. But if you plant one of the dark seeds, you can grow fruit. Okay, this is Genesis 1:29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, okay, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, okay, seed. To you it shall be for meat, okay. There's a smaller group of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians that are set apart from this larger group of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians that are ungodly, unrighteous, and they avoid keeping the commandments. They avoid accountability. And the larger groups that are men and women, they support each other and they dodge accountability. They dodge judgment, which is correction. Judgment can be correction, death, or mercy that the Lord Yahweh can render over his people. Okay? So when someone says, you can't judge me, they're saying, without knowing what they're saying, because the context of the word judgment means correction, they're basically saying you can't correct me, right? And I think it's a blessing for myself to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of my ability, because I get to avoid the shenanigans of the so-called black woman and the so-called unlawful man and woman of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. So with that said, I wanted to make this short and sweet and to the point. The Levitical law of the Bible is the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, the God of Israel. The God of Israel is nobody else's God. Okay, and I look forward to the destruction of America, so-called Babylon. And again, I want to say shalom to all my subscribers. I hope all of you are in good health and in high spirits, and I hope that you and your loved ones are safe and taking the proper precautions against these agendas that are waged against us behind enemy lines here in America, aka Babylon. Shalom.